Hi, friends. Magus Supreme here, coming at you guys with another reading. So, for this reading, I actually felt very inspired and divinely guided to pull messages from three different love goddesses. Um, I was thinking about what to do for this reading, and this concept just came to me. Like, I don't know. I really feel like it's really been inspired. And this is probably in time for Valentine's Day, and I think for Venus going direct. I don't know how long she's been in retrograde, but I know like the energy of Venus is very strong, very palpable. And it's probably why I was guided to do this reading and why I've been seeing an influx in love readings on YouTube. So for this reading, I'm just following my guidance, doing what I was told, and boom, we have three different goddesses appearing in this reading. I won't tell you which pile the goddesses appear in, but I will tell you which three goddesses were present for this reading. We have the goddess Hathor, we have Branwen, and we have Aphrodite. So for this pick a card pile, I will have you pick a card, of course, from my pocket oracles, and from there, you guys can come in and get your messages. I have channel messages from them, and I'll get into the reading when you guys pick your pile. So, for pile selection, as I said, we have three piles. For the first pile, we have B. For pile 2, we have Oraculum. And for pile 3, we have Girl. So take the time out to see which one of those cards speak to you. And with that out of the way, we will be getting into the reading. If you chose B, pile 1, then this reading is for you. So, pile 1, before we even get into the cards and get into the reading, I just want to give you guys thanks. Thank you for watching my channel. Thank you for supporting me for so long. If you guys are longtime subscribers, but if you guys are just watching and you're not subscribed, thank you for giving me the view. And thank you for just like watching. Hopefully you guys leave a like and a comment. Let me know how the reading resonated. And with that out of the way, we'll get into your cards. So pile 1, you chose the B card, and the goddess that is associated with this card is Aphrodite. So if you was trying to get a message from Aphrodite, then you felt guided to the right place. Because one thing that I know about Aphrodite is she doesn't appear to everyone. She is very selective with her energy. She's very selective with her energy, and she has to have somewhat of a high opinion of you or feel pity for you in order for her to want to talk to you because she's very selective. So for those of you who picked Aphrodite, count yourself lucky because she felt she felt strong enough to call you. You might have a connection. I'm hearing you guys might have like Venus as your chart ruler, which makes you either a Libra rising or Taurus rising, or just have like very strong Libra or Taurus placements in your chart. You can also have a very active second house as well. One of the things that I did for you guys for each one of the goddesses is I channeled the message. So here is the message that Aphrodite gave to me for you guys. She says, "Hear me, small ones. I, Aphrodite, has deigned to give this message to you through this paltry channel," which is rude, but I let it rude. Anyway, let love and beauty reign. Be not afraid of your femininity. To be a woman is to have power and influence most subtle. Take no shame in your charms and wiles. Many great women have used them for things both great and small. Oh, this is pen ink. Wow. Hear me and know this. Call upon me to make your life and vessel more beautiful. Make me an offering of fine perfume, pink candles, and a beautiful seashell upon an altar. I will enter your spirit in the light of day and whisper to you, my small ones, your secret feminine power. So if you guys chose Power 1, Aphrodite is giving you guys express permission to let you know how to summon her energy up. And in exchange for her service, she wants an offering. An offering of fine perfume, of a beautiful seashell, and to light some pink candles on an altar. Place, and I'm getting specific instructions on how you guys should do this. First things first is you need to like get an altar and cleanse the space. Sage works really well, and then you can like fill up the space with Palo Santo. But if you really want it to work well, I'm hearing like find like some fine perfume. Like don't get nothing cheap. I'm hearing this. Don't get anything cheap. I'm hearing like at the minimum at least $80 to $100 for the perfume. At minimum. At minimum 80, okay? That's the cheapest that you can get. With that perfume, after you sage and you cleanse the energy, you can spray the perfume over the altar and keep the perfume there. And I'm hearing like this is going to be over the span of at least 2 to 3 days. This is the ritual for you guys to invoke her energy. Spray the perfume over the altar and have pink candles. I'm hearing that they should be pretty big because they have to burn for at least an hour or two. But if you can keep ongoing burning candles, then that would be ideal. But if you can't keep them ongoing, if it's just not realistic, then she's very particular about this. She says if you can't keep them burning, then after they go out, you need to get enough supply for at least 3 days, 2 candles a pop, so at least 6 pink candles. And if you can't keep them lit through like at least 24 to 36 hours, then every time they go out and it's time for you to relight, she demands new candles and for you to redo the ritual over. For you to spray the perfume over the altar and relight the candles. Because if you light the candles first and then spray the perfume, you can make a big fire. So spray the perfume first, then light the candles. And keep them, at least 2 candles on the altar, and right in the middle, a seashell. I'm hearing like conch, but if you can't like really find like or buy like a conch shell or anything like that, then just a real authentic seashell. If you're by the beach, find one that's a fine quality that has no imperfections. It has to be whole and it has to be pretty. If you do that, meditate in front of the altar and like really just open yourselves up to her energy. She says that she will come and visit you and she will let you know some things. This was mostly for women. And as you said, she thinks of me as a paltry channel. So, so even though I do channel her energy a lot, don't ask me. Whatever you guys got is going to be between you and her. So yeah, Power One, that's the first message that's coming out here. If you really want to invite Aphrodite's energy into your life and really want her guidance on how to beautify your life, what workout regimens you can do for yourself, makeup and things of that nature that will look good on you, and where to go to find the guidance on how to properly apply that stuff or how to just really attract the person that you want, go to Aphrodite. Because she will do it and she will help you attract them, or maybe just flat out send that person to you and give them affection for you. I don't know. I don't work with her energy all like that, but that's what she says. So with that out of the way, we're going to get into your reading, Power One. For this reading, I channeled I channeled her energy in 3 different areas. One for just like what she has to give to you guys for just life advice right now. Second one is for love. And then the third one is just general advice that she just wants to give, like a message. Just a message. And then I'll pull tarot cards to confirm some of the things and to just like give something a lot more personal for you guys. So let's see what we got here in terms of messages. Okay. So in terms of life advice, she gave you nothing real can be threatened. How can you actively participate in creating heaven on earth and cosmic gateway, which is insecurities, connection with others, and refocusing. And I've just from here, from the general life advice, I feel like she's really telling you to be really authentic, to really face yourself in like your light and your darkness, your fears, your insecurities, and also to know your power. I feel like that has a lot to do with the message that I channeled for her about like really leaning into your feminine wiles, like with being embracing your feminine energies and like really just not being so insecure or like being so hesitant to use your charm and your wiles. Because like she said, many great women has used their charm and their wiles for great and small things. Being a woman comes with its own power, and it's a subtle power. And I'm really feeling like, how can you use that power? How can you use your feminine aspects to really connect with the world and to achieve what you want, to create your heaven on earth? I'm also, as I was like going through that message, I seen 1111 on the clock. That might really like be something to you guys. That is the number of like manifestation. And I really feel like if you really want to bring in something, or bring in a lover, or bring in like a change in a lot of people, I really feel like is like about abundance, but this isn't what she's trying to do here. Like she's really just trying to bring beauty into your life by allowing you, for one, to see your beauty, and two, how can you enhance it? Because one thing about Aphrodite, and every time I channel her energy for someone, she's all about enhancing your beauty. Like, what can you do to make yourself prettier? What can you do to let your feminine energy shine? I was guided to read the Cosmic Gateway card because I feel like it has a lot to do with maybe you guys' connection. The Cosmic Gateway, now let me hold the card up. The Cosmic Gateway, a portal that connects souls to the the universal multiverse, is accessible via trance states and meditation through a central light column, opening the cosmic gateway to the soul's sacred light. Like a flower, maturing in care of its environment allows the soul to bloom in its own precious time. The path to self-realization is filled with conscious awakenings. Our mind is a powerful tool that, when fully open and activated, can connect our being to light sources and unimaginable to the naked eye. When the sacred light of the cosmic gateway shines upon the world, the individual acceleration of self-awareness through self-realization can reveal the body's capability of healing itself. Ascension Master Yogananda announces that you are in time of a great personal change and growth. Don't be afraid to start over again, of finding fresh ways to support the life you want with joy and happiness. And that's the same, and that right there is the same with this card, where nothing real can be threatened. How can you create heaven on earth? What can you do to express your joy, your happiness, and support your life in the way that you want? If you feel overwhelmed, reduce excessive workloads as you work through this process. Yogananda suggests practicing self-realization as you work through any feelings of sadness or melancholy you have about the past, or what you're seeking to change, Challenge yourself to try new things, or join a self-help group that aligns with your global or personal interests. A quote here is, balance when restored when the mind is restored. The sacred crystal is rhodonite, and the affirmation is, I am my own master. I hold the answers within me. My energy is limitless. Like I said, Aphrodite, with her message, she really wants you guys to connect to you. Connect to that part that's like really, really deep inside of yourself. What can you do to bring beauty and love and the things that you want into your life? Is there something inside of yourself that you're ignoring? Something inside of yourself that you really don't want to lean on? Maybe you feel ashamed if you got something just because you're a woman, or if you got something just because you're pretty, or if you've been feeling like you've been denied things just because you think that you're not pretty enough. There's so many things that you can do to change your beauty, change your body, and to feel more affirmed. One thing that I will tell you guys about Aphrodite is She's very harsh when it comes to beauty. If you feel like you're not beautiful enough, then she won't either. So she will really look down upon you. So the thing that you guys have to do is really present yourself. And this is what she's challenging you guys to do. Like, one, connect with her energy. If you don't feel like you're beautiful, connect with her energy. Do the offering, and she will definitely tell you what you can do to be more beautiful and to be more attractive. If you already have a good and high opinion of yourself, then kudos. You really are aligned with her energy. And now she's just telling you what can you do with those good looks and that attraction to allow you to bring things in. And if you're stumped on that, that's you can give her the offering and her energy will come and appear to you. And it will help guide your way. Let me pull some tarot cards here to help get some clarity on this message. So let's see. Aphrodite, I'm open to your energy. Oh. Wow. Nine of Pentacles in reverse and the King of Cups. And then there was the Nine of Swords at the bottom of the deck for this message. I'm going to take all three of these cards. Nine of Pentacles in reverse, the King of Cups, and the Nine of Swords upright. So yeah, this is all about, like, if some of you people who really pick this pile and connect into her energy, and you don't feel your best, then this is why she now I get it. This is why she told me about the offering and the offering that you can make to her. If you're really not feeling your best, if you really don't feel pretty, if you really don't feel like you can attract your lover, if you really don't have like the confidence and the emotional wherewithal, and I know this is it's going to be hard for you to admit this, but if you're really not feeling the best, your insecurities are really strong and you just been feeling down, make that offering and connect to her energy, and she will definitely come to assist you. I feel that very strongly. Like she says, hear me, I'm coming to help and I'm offering my assistance. So I'm hearing you'll be a fool to not take me up on this. Make sure that, you guys really, if you're not feeling comfortable with yourself and just unhappy in your life, because the Nine of Pentacles is also about like your independence. I've been feeling really strong energies from this Nine of Pentacles that it has a lot to do with like the expression of your energy, because Pentacles is more than just like finances and things of that nature, even though it's often read that way. But to me, Pentacles go a little bit deeper. This is about like the fully realized expression of your energy as an individual and the kind of insecurities and doubts that surround that. There's something here that, you need to have a mature perspective on about yourself. And like I said, I really think it has a lot to do with accepting the power of your feminine wiles. If that's not something that really resonates with you, then I don't know what to tell you guys. Because if you're feeling confident, if you're feeling great, then Aphrodite is just saying, what can you do how can you use that power to create something for your life? How can you leverage that power, leverage your beauty, leverage your charm, your wiles to achieve? Also in combination with your smarts, because I really feel like I really hear collective groans of disgust as I'm going through this. But for those of you who really are like that, you can use your brains too, but Aphrodite is more so focused on your beauty and your looks and your charm. So for the love life, she has a very clear message here as well. We have the sweetest tap of longing and desire with healthy choices and soulmate. Now, these four cards together, longing and desire talks a lot as a card about making sure that you make what you want in love out of an individual and out of a lover known to the universe. You see that this woman here is holding her crystal ball, which symbolizes her like really gazing into like her insight, into her vision. What is it that she truly wants? And there, this cherub here, the Greek cherub, is sitting here and it's like writing down the list. I really feel like Aphrodite, if you guys are going to go through with this offering, One of the things that you need to meditate in front of the altar about is what is it that you want out of a lover. Give her a detailed list of qualities, of traits, and things of that nature that you want in a person, and she will guide you on what you can do to attract a person of that caliber. But if you already meet the requirements for your standards, because remember, we can have all the high standards that we want, but if you're not even your standard, then it's going to be hard for you to attract. She's going to lead you to the healthy lifestyle choices that you guys need to make in both life, love, and self-care. Self-love and self-care. What is it that what certain set of confidence do you need to have in yourself to attract this person that you're manifesting? Do you need to work out? Do you need to take better care of your hair? Do you need to invest more money into makeup, into actually making yourself more, now I'm gonna say quote unquote beautiful, because I know women get really triggered when you do stuff like that, or people really get really triggered like that. But I'm gonna just be real rap with you, with you ladies. I'm just real rap. And Aphrodite is a real rap kind of goddess. I respect her energy in that way. Even though I do think she's a little rude at times, but she's a powerful goddess. Nothing I could do about it. Her blessings are very palpable and they can be felt in all areas of your life. I will tell you guys, the fact that she's out here extending herself to you guys means you will be a fool not to take it. And say that again. She told me to repeat that. You'll be a fool not to take her advice. Not to take her for just an offering of a seashell and perfume and some candles. It's cheap. She's here to help. And she's going to help you make the choices and the change in lifestyle that you need to attract this person that you want. Because right now, your soulmate, the sweetest taboo, might really be with someone else. The person that you want might really end up being with someone else, or it just might be a little bit out of the norm. It's going to be a taboo romance. And a taboo is something that you can't really speak about really tongue in cheek, like dating your boss, like dating your your best friend's brother or something like that. But there's definitely a partnership and agreement and a bonding of energy here between you and someone that's currently out of your reach. And she's currently out of your reach or not in your sphere of influence is what I'm hearing right now. And she's going to help you make the choices, make the changes, and to do the things that you need to do to bring in that soulmate, to bring in that person that you need. The soulmate card in this deck is very favorable. It lets you know that this is someone that you can have a connection with, a partnership, to make to forge a soul contract with. So I would suggest that you take her up on that. Really write down come to an understanding of what it is that you want as you meditate in front of the altar for the 2 to 3 days, I think it was 3 days that she said. For the 3 days that you have to dedicate for her energy to tend to that altar. And then when she finally appears and that breakthrough finally comes and you guys are really firmly connected to her energy, then she'll take it from there. Because like I said, she didn't share all those details with me, so there's going to be more of a personal things for those of you guys who felt connected and drawn to her energy for this reading. So Aphrodite, Miss Aphrodite, is there any messages that you want me to give to these people in terms of love and relationship advice? Wow, okay. I'm feeling this here. Okay. All right. So we have 3 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups, and the Emperor. And to me, just off of a very cursory thing, this reads exactly to what I was talking about. Her working in collaboration with you for getting your wish fulfillment for the man that you want. The man, the individual, the masculine energy. Because one thing I do know is that Aphrodite do very much favor very beautiful men. And I'm hearing sometimes very, very feminine gay men as well. She does favor beautiful men and feminine gay men as well. So instead of just saying the man that you want, just the masculine energy that you want, or your counterpart, because just because you're a beautiful man doesn't make you gay. So I really feel that I really strongly feel that Aphrodite is mostly talking to women, but I do not want to rule out the fact that you might be a man watching this. I feel like that would be wrong of me as a reader to do that. But I really feel like she's talking to the girlies for this one. So you don't want to call yourself one of the girls, want to be a girly, then this might not be the pile for you. But yeah, this is very clearly the man that you want. Like, and that was just at a cursory look. But I can tell, like, from in terms of a relationship standpoint, like the Three of Pentacles and love readings, and with your single, it's usually about, like, meeting someone at work, or like, like I said, the whole thing about the boss, or just like really just being able to work collaboratively with someone, one individual. You might have a big crush on a coworker or something. The Nine of Cups is exactly what it is: happiness, optimism, joy, a wish fulfilled. And exactly here with the Nine of Cups and love, it's all about like a soul connection, or like finding someone that can like really bring a great sense of joy and happiness into your life. And the Emperor usually represents a strong masculine figure in love, someone that, a provider that's stable and that can really like watch over and help you and protect you. A very wise ruler and a strong person in the household. So yeah, this is definitely for like very feminine energy. Yeah, very feminine energy. So after this, we did the life advice, we did the love advice, and now just for a general message that she wanted to give you guys. And we have fork in the road and reverse and to be fair. So I'm gonna read fork in the road and protection. I said reverse, but it's actually in a protection position. We got two number 13s as well. So the number 13 might really resonate with some of you guys. It might be like, maybe you were born on the 13th of a month or something. But the number 13 is showing up twice, and I feel like I have to mention that. Okay. Indecision is extremely frustrating and will lead to anxiety, loss, and confusion. At this juncture, you can't remain in place without losing your way altogether. Avoid the tendency to let others choose for you, which amounts to a subtle refusal to take responsibility. Don't give your power away, not even to this oracle. By not making a choice, you are making a choice for which you must be accountable. If that choice leads to undesirable circumstances, take heart. Spirit never tires of giving you second chances. You can always start again once you've learned this valuable lesson. And to be fair, like there's something here that she want to talk to you guys about making the choice and really realizing that you have to make a choice in some area or something in your life. Since this is a general reading, I don't know what it is, but there's some area in your life where you're refusing to make a choice, where you're refusing to make a change. And you have to really think about this. I see an owl in this one, in this card, and there was also an owl on top of the Emperor's shoulder as well. Like there's something that have to do with you're with making a wise decision. And here we even have like the card of healthy choices, which is making healthy choices in love and life, self-love, self-care, and being happier. You really have to decide what is fair for yourself and what is fair for everyone that's involved in this situation and in this decision. Are you getting everything that you want? Are you fulfilled? Are you happy? If not, then make the chance. Make the change. Make the change to be happy. Create your heaven on earth. Because if you're the one that's being left out and unfulfilled, then the scales are unbalanced, they're not equal, and a decision needs to be made. So if there's something that you have to leave or something that you have to go towards, make that decision. Stop hesitating and don't let the other person choose for you. I'm gonna pull some cards on this energy and see what's here. Oh. Aphrodite, please talk to me about this message here. Ooh, shucks. Take this one and this one. Okay. And this one. And I'll take this one as well from the bottom. So you have the Queen of Wands in reverse, the Four of Pentacles, the Two of Wands in reverse, and the Ten of Pentacles, which is funny. Oh, I said the Queen of Wands. This is the Queen of Swords. I'm sorry. Queen of Swords in reverse, Four of Pentacles, Two of Wands in reverse, and the Ten of Pentacles. Let me see. Strength, ambition, truth for the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords in reverse is telling me like there's something here. Like every time I see like the court cards and the sword suit in reverse, it speaks to me of overthinking, of illogical thought, or like maybe a heavy, or maybe a wrong belief is what I'm hearing here. There's something that you probably believe inside yourself, or a core belief or value, or a thought that you have that's like, because here we have the Nine of Swords as well. All swords that came out in this reading were negative. Like the Nine of Swords came out, and now the Queen of Swords, which is typically positive, is in reverse. So this lets me know there has a lot to do here with your thought process. And the fact that we have the Two of Wands in reverse as well, which is the card, which is indecision, the inability to make a choice, the lack of planning. There's something here because you guys are just like really keeping your energy to yourself. And the Four of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles is telling me like there's something here that's because the Ten of Pentacles came out on the bottom. There's something that you guys are like refusing to express, refusing to show, having a hard time expressing and showing, and is keeping you from this happiness, this prosperity, this life with another person. This is just a general reading, but you know, Aphrodite is very much a love goddess. Very, very much so. And this is about like a happy family of like, yep, of this Nine of Pentacles person and this Emperor. Like, I feel it strongly. There's something inside of you that's not being expressed properly, and that's why she's extending herself to you, to let you know, like, make these offerings, and I'll come through and I'll whisper to you. I'll let you know what it is that you're doing wrong, what it is that you can do better, and how can I help you reach this Ten of Pentacles, this happiness with your soulmate, with the person that you're meant to be, with the person that you know. Not even the person that you're meant to be with, but the person that you desire. I really feel like this isn't about twin flame. This is about your desire being fulfilled, about what's ideal for you. Your twin flame might be ideal for you, but you know, twin flame is usually just someone that's like a piece of your own soul. But if you know you don't want to date you in male form or date you in female form, and you want your ideal, then that's when you go to Aphrodite, because she will give you your ideal and tell you what changes you can make and what you can do to like get your ideal person and not just your twin flame. I felt guided to say that, and so I did. I'm gonna end this reading for you guys by just pulling like an additional message from her. 3 cards. I hear you. Well, everything's been 3 cards. Sure. Well, it's a magic number. She says, okay, smart ass, then just do 2. Okay, 2 cards it is then. Jeez, I swear. Every time I channel Aphrodite, she has such choice words for me. All the time. Jeez, why is there so many reversals in this deck? I swear, you guys, every time I put my cards back in the deck, I put them back in upright. So the fact that I'm pulling like so many reversals and there's even more reversals here, like what is going on? I'm not even holding my deck upside down. Why is there so many reversals? Oh well, I'm not going to overthink it. I'm going to just go with the flow. But I am going to turn these cards upright for now because I don't shuffle reversals into my decks. I really, really don't. I truly don't. So it's really blowing me that so many cards came out in reverse in this reading, but that's just letting me know I'm tapped into the powerful energies. All right, so the two cards that she told me to leave you guys on is Justice and the Eight of Swords in reverse, which is beautiful. Like I said, all the swords cards came out like in a bad position, but Eight of Swords in reverse with the Justice card is really letting me know like it's going to be resolved. All these insecurities, frustrations, anxieties, the things that you're not seeing, all those faulty thought processes, all those faulty beliefs are going to be brought into balance. She's gonna balance the scales for you. And we even see something like that in the To Be Fair card. Aphrodite is coming through strong for you guys. I can hear her, feel her, see her. She's coming through strong. She's letting you guys know. And look, and even on the scale in this card, there's a little heart on it. She's here to balance out your love life. If you've really been struggling with it, or you just feel like you need a little bit of extra oomph to get the man or the woman that you want, Aphrodite is extending herself to you. You'll be a fool to not to take it. And she will bring balance and restoration into your life and lead you down the right path to manifest the person that you really want. Even if that person, and I'm hearing, even if that person has another lover, which to me is a little bit dark, but she has a track record of doing stuff like that. So, whatever it is that you guys want, whoever it is that you guys want and desire, she's offering to help. She's offering to give you your desire. So, this is a very peculiar reading. This was definitely something that I don't normally do on my channel, but I was grateful for the challenge. So thank you, Pile 1. That's your reading. If you guys want to support my channel, if this reading resonated, you can always leave me donations. The links to do so are always in the description box, and anything is appreciated. Thank you so much for your time and your energy, Pile 1, and please be blessed. If you chose the Oraculum, Pile 2, then this reading is for you. So, Pile 2, I just want to start off by giving thanks and gratitude to everyone who's watching this video. If you're subscribed, thank you so much for the support and for the continued love. I'm sorry, my ear is ringing. Thank you so much for the support and the continued love and guidance. If you guys are new subscribers, or not subscribers, but just viewing, thank you for viewing and for supporting in that way anyway. Hopefully you guys do end up subscribing after this reading and leaving a like. But with, my gratitudes and platitudes out of the way, we can get into your reading. So Pile 2, the energy that you guys chose was the energy of Branwen. I feel like I have to do a brief introduction to Branwen. Branwen is a Celtic deity. She is the wife of, I think, the blessed king Mataluk, who was in fact a giant, or considered a giant among men. But the way that I envisioned him, and the vision that she gave me, was that he was pretty tall. I heard like Goliath, like an abnormally tall and strong man, at least physically. Branwen was the wife of that man, and she actually was considered a goddess of love, of nature, and of beauty. She was presented to the king. Because one thing about Celtic figures, about Celtic deities, is that they're heroes and people of myth and legend. There's probably records of these people existing like long before, and they're actually people that you can read up on, I believe. At least what I've gotten so far from Irish myths, that they're just really, really exceptional people. So Branwen was considered a goddess. She was very beautiful, very fair in her look. Really, they accentuated her very dark raven hair, and maybe you guys have like really dark hair as well. Really pale skin, and she was beloved by all of her subjects because she was a queen as well as considered a goddess. Um, One thing that her myth really accentuates is her breast, her nipple. So she's also a goddess of fertility and nurture. And one of the things that I really have to tell you guys is in her story, like, she was really trying to bridge two lands, her land and the land of her husband. 4040 is on the clock, which is 4-4. But bridge the land between her land and her husband's land, between Wales and England, I believe. Yeah, Wales and England. And was trying to bridge the gap and the divide between those two. In the end, her husband ended up betraying her for something that her brother did. Her brother was very much a mischief maker, was constantly doing things to slight the Irish people. And finally, at the passing of an old druid, everyone remembered or like started talking about like what her brother did, and everyone became incensed and demanded a sacrifice and retribution. Her husband, who caved into the pressures and gave into the people's demands to use his wife as like a sacrifice, or use his wife, Branwen, as like punishment. Like, so she was subjugated to 3 years of punishment. She was beaten. She was forced to work in the kitchen. She was stripped of her status and pretty much kind of just like locked away and abused for 3 years. One of the things about Branwen was that she found a bird. I forgot which one it was. I think it was like either a sparrow or maybe a wren. Can't remember. Could have been a wren. She trained Sterling. It was a sterling. Thank you, Branwen. It was a sterling, a starling. And she nursed the injured starling to health. She taught it how to speak. She taught it how to fly and where to go. So Branwen is also a goddess of birds, of the raven, the starling, and there was one other one that I'm just like blanking on. But she sent the bird to go back to her homeland and to like, have her brother, King Bran, come over and free her. Because she fell out of love with her husband because she was disgusted at the fact that he betrayed her, that he acquiesced it, and that, he gave her up as that sacrifice instead of trying to find a more peaceful solution. Because Branwen is really big on peace and the love that comes through peace. When her brother came to the land to free her, she told him to don't be violent, don't cause a war, let's negotiate, try to find a way to resolve this peaceably. Of course, her troublemaking brother interfered again, and there was just a war. There was another battle, and many, 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 many people died. And in the end of her myth, she ended up dying of heartbreak. Her brother ended up being killed before he left the land, and his only thing they could bring back was his severed head because he didn't want to die a slow death of poison. And it was a very tragic tale of love, a betrayal, and how this woman kept such a soft heart all throughout her trials and her endeavors. And that's why she's revered as a goddess of love and as a wise goddess of love and peace and fertility. So that's the story of Branwen. And for you guys, I channeled a message from her, and I will read it for you guys. So she says, peace. Let peace come to you like an angel in the night. Do not meet transgressors with anger. Do not meet transgressors with anger, but with wisdom, and establish a firm guard against their energy. Wisdom can be gained through periods of intense discomfort. Do not allow these moments to embitter your heart. Be gentle, be patient, and be kind. Know that love is soft but firm when need be. Love is wise, love is patient, and love knows when to take its leave. Build your sanctuary in the temple of your soul. Allow the birds to sing to you. Know peace, in all aspects of your life. For when there is peace, love is sure to grow. And that's the message for you guys from Bramlin. So let's get into the cards. So for this reading, I structured some for just general for life advice right now. What life advice she wants to give you guys. And that's going to be off screen. But here we have love advice that she has for you guys. And then for the end is a general message that she just wanted to give to you guys. Some advice, not advice, just something that she wanted to tell you guys for those of you who picked her pile. So for life advice right now, she has oneness is the way. It says, how can you show more compassion and acceptance towards those who don't understand? Trust. I trust that everything will be okay in the end, partly because I simply know it in my gut, but also because it's way more fun to live with trust and confidence. And then you have forgiveness will set you free. What do you need to forgive yourself for? So this is a very strong, very clear message here from Bramwin. And this is about compassion, love, and softness. By trusting in the fact that if you're a compassionate, loving, and kind person, that the universe will reward you and that things will happen the way that it needs to. Fate always has a way of working things out. And when you show love, show kindness, show compassion, you truly become one with Source, one with Spirit, and one with the great cosmos. And that's what I'm hearing very clearly. If there's a area in your life right now, or if you're going through something that's very intense with other people, like I said, the message that I channeled is do not act against your transgressors. Do not meet your transgressors with anger. Forgive yourself for allowing them to trigger you, and really try to show compassion towards people that you don't understand. Accept the fact that these people are different from you. They probably don't see things the way that you do, maybe probably never will. And you need to be wise enough, because one biggest thing that is really shining through in this is wisdom. You need to be wise enough to understand that those people are the way that they are, that, you just accept them and love them, and forgive yourself for feeling the way that you feel and for the anger that's probably building up inside of you guys, and just trust that everything will be okay. This message is very resonant with me in particular because this is how I live my life. This message here is exactly how I live. And I could tell you guys from experience, like as being someone who lived their life in this way, that it's really not easy. It's oftentimes it's easier to just like react with violence, to react with rage, to, be as petty to the person as they're being to you, or to, really just like try to assert your dominance or assert your independence, or like really just do what we call standing up for ourselves. But the biggest thing here that Brandon is telling you guys is just get into the energy of compassion, of forgiveness, of peace, and trust that when you take actions that are right in that way, everything will work out for you. So I'm feeling the need to read Forgiveness Will Set You Free. So I'm going to read it for you guys. When someone you care about hurts you, or you witness injustice and pain in the world, anger and resentment can feel justified. Perhaps you've been harmed by the actions or words of another. When we experience trauma, these hurtful actions can have a lasting effect on us. Chances are there is a situation and person you need to forgive. The first person that comes to your mind is an accurate person to focus on. Forgiveness is not saying what you did is okay and I will forget about it. It is simply an energetic exchange, releasing the hold that has been imprisoning you. By embracing forgiveness, you can also embrace peace, hope, gratitude, and joy. This is real resonant. Pat on the back, Keenan. I'm so good. If you're having difficulty forgiving, focus on your willingness to move forward with more peace. Then consider how forgiveness can lead you down the path of well-being. When you forgive, you made the choice to let go of resentment and anger. Forgiveness is needed right now for you to feel better. It's highly possible the person you need to forgive is yourself. So the divine assignment here is you may be stuck in a vicious cycle of self-sabotage, blame, and shame. Do you feel guilty for something you did or didn't do? Be kind to yourself and practice self-love and compassion. The words you say about yourself matter. Recognize that everything is always in right order. That trust. And you did the best you could with what you knew at the time. Take guided action to create a better, more aligned outcome. Oneness is the way. As stated here, oneness is the way. If you are prone to dwelling on negative feelings, unforgiveness will only make the situation more challenging. Spend time focusing on all the good things that have come out of this situation. Make a list of what you have learned and release expectations. Be willing to forgive yourself and others, and you will be set free. Further guidance can be drawn from the leopard energy in this design. Is there a leopard in this? Oh, there is a leopard. I was covering it with the card. There. People with the leopard with the leopard. Oh, with the leopard totem. Okay. People with the leopard totem are self-confident, wise, and courageous in the face of adversity. Oh, and that's the story of Branwyn that I just told you guys. They have a great deal of personal power. Tap into the leopard for guidance on how to forgive. Also note this spirit animal is the healer of deep wounds, which means the leopard will bring old issues to resolution through reclaiming your lost power. Bro, that was so resonant, like it's crazy. Wow. Wow. So yeah, guys, that pretty much just like summed up everything. Hopefully you guys were listening. Rewind that part if you didn't hear it, because that just took all the words right out of my mouth. It really did. So now I'm going to pull some tarot cards and get further information on this reading. Three of Swords fell right out. Three of Swords. Oh boy. Page of Swords. The Four of Wands. And at the bottom, the Six of Swords. What can you do to move on? To move on from this situation, to bring peace and harmony, and to allow yourself to move on from the situation, from coming out this energy of hurt, of pain, of being wounded, and move into a bit better and brighter future where you can celebrate yourself, celebrate your connections with the people that are healthy in your life, and move on to a better opportunity. The Page of Swords to me is about communicating in a charismatic and like kind of witty way. Like maybe you can resolve this situation through humor. Maybe some of your people who pick pile two is like prone to to using humor and wit to like help diffuse situations. Really rely on that, but really make sure that you give yourself the room to feel how you truly feel, so that healing can be brought into your life, that there can be a sense of balance and equilibrium restored in your life. And so that so concludes the segment of life advice from Branwyn. So now we're going to move into love. Here we have erotic bliss and deep knowing. Now, to me, the erotic bliss always speaks of like really making sure that you can take care of yourself. I'm really feeling like the energy of like, and I'm sorry, this is going to be a little bit like raunchy, but the energy of like masturbation here, because there's just a whole bunch of feminine and womanly energy here. This is also giving me real Aphrodite vibes as well, with this woman in the seashell and, all by herself. There's also peacocks in this as well. And as I mentioned before, the peacock is the symbol of Hera. I don't know if you guys picked that pile in the reading where I mentioned that, and it's just a repeat information, another confirmation for you guys. But this is all about tending to your needs. I'm really getting a sense that it's okay for you to tend to your erotic needs, to allow yourself to be showered and connect to yourself on such a deep level. The book for these cards is relatively useless, but I'm gonna still like see what I can get from it anyway. I found the book to be of no help at all. Climbing to a climax. They establish a holy and unending space for beauty, ecstasy, for love. Truly, heaven is a place on earth, as above, so below, and down lower and lower and lower. Make space in your life for your own version, whether that is. Okay. Yeah, this is all about getting yours. Um, I don't want to use such harsh language for that. And I was about to say something, but under the under the energy of these goddesses, like they really are trying to soften. Well, at least Branwen is trying to soften my speech. Find the ways that you can like find your perfect release. You know deep down inside what it is that you like, what it is that you want, and what it is that can allow you to like really feel satisfied. And Marilyn is telling you that it's okay for you to feel satisfied. And if you need to do that satisfaction, find that satisfaction by yourself, then by all means go ahead. The deep knowing also talks about, like, at least when it comes to like love and relationships, is having a deep connection with someone. But I'm gonna read the deep knowing card for love, for relationship. There are occasions when you just know deep in your heart and soul that a person is going to play a meaningful role in your life. Someone crosses your path and suddenly, out of the blue, you're connected at a level impossible to describe. That feeling marks a moment in time etched inedibly onto your soul. Someone has entered your life who will be instrumental in your journey, so pay attention. Two hearts are calling each other to begin an alchemical process. This is also a sign that your intuition about the person you care about is correct. Trust your heart to lead you now. Magic is about to happen. Maybe that's. I feel like a part of me was about to say that maybe the person that you need to forgive is this person that you felt such a strong and deep connection to, pal, too. If there was someone who satisfied you in the realm, in the sexual realm, you guys felt like you shared a deep connection, but they hurt you in some way. It's not to say that what they did is okay, but maybe enough time has passed for you guys to be able to communicate with it, to communicate each other about it, and to move on, and to trust that things are going to turn out a little bit better. But if that's not resonating with some of you guys, if you really can't find it in your heart to find forgiveness and to like really just to not be to find forgiveness, if it's really just not inside of you to do that, then this is to let you know that for those of you who that doesn't resonate with, if you do have someone new in your life and you felt that same spark or something like that, then to trust that. Then to trust it. Especially if you get the sense that this person can at least satisfy your more base urges, your sexual urges. But I'm gonna pull some cards on that as well. So Brandon, clarify this message for me. Just two. Okay, I'm gonna take the Hierophant as well, because I know exactly what that means. So we got the Ace of Cups. Okay, good. You guys can see it on here. We got the Ace of Cups, the Five of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups, and the Hierophant. And already, because the Eight of Cups and the Hierophant was on the bottom deck, but the Ace of Cups and the Five of Pentacles was up here. And I really feel like this is about forgiveness, about extending divine love, of a blessing of compassion, of grace to someone that that you probably left in the dust or been left and feeling alone. Or even if this is about you yourself, then give yourself that love. Allow yourself, like I said with the erotic bliss card, allow yourself to allow you to feel, to be satisfied in and of yourself. If you don't have anyone in your life and forgiveness is just not in the cards for you, then really make sure that you give that energy to yourself and forgive yourself. Bring love and a new emotional perspective into your own life. This is definitely about like having like about a breakup or like walking away. Um, this is you leaving in search for your own contentment, your own fulfillment. Like I said, you guys know what's best for you. If forgiveness is not in your heart, then you need to you're going to be on a search for what it is that's going to bring you contentment. If there's a new person that's coming in, then this is all about the search of something better. Like, and maybe this person is gonna is gonna be that one that's gonna turn your Eight of Cups into the Nine of Cups. Maybe this person that just entered your life is the person that you've been looking for, pile two. Because with the addition of this extra cup, you'll be at 9, which is about a wish fulfilled, contentment, and happiness. And when you guys solidify that connection together, you'll be at the 10, which is about a happy family, a happy union, and true love. Because right here with the Hierophant in a love reading is all about being connected at a deep level with someone, about meeting about a spiritual counterpart and someone just as learned and as spiritual as you are. The High Priestess and the Hierophant together in a love reading is just like, it's the soulmate. Like, that's what it is. Emperor and Empress is good counterparts in the physical realm, but this is High Priestess and Hierophant are deeply tied and deeply connected lovers. So yeah, pile two. If forgiveness is not in your heart for someone old, if someone new has crossed your path and you get the tingles, then trust those tingly sensations. Because that might be the one, and there's no need for you to doubt or feel fear around that. Now, finally, for your final message, pile two, we have the message that Bradman wants to give to you. And it was about these two cards with aspiration, or like the sword and the spell. Sword and spell. I know spell card is all about being able to manifest your desires, about like really being able to bring in what you want. And the sword card is all about like the finding of the truth, to really come down to a true understanding of what it is that you aspire, that what it is that you want, and being able to manifest it and bring it in. I feel like Brandwin is calling you guys powerful. Especially with the fact that you guys picked the Oraculum. We have the Deep Knowing card here, the Trust, the Oneness, the Hierophant. You guys could be very spiritual people, or like at least on a spiritual journey, or at least someone that's, at least have like some idea or some healthy spiritual practice that they might engage in. Because I feel that in this pile at least. And one of the things that, Bramwin is here to tell you guys is that you guys can manifest whatever it is, manifest what you want into your life in regards to, love or just anything in general. So I've been reading all the cards for you guys this pile. So I'm going to read the spell card. Spell indicates that enchantment is in the air, that a magical time is coming into your life, especially if you've been calling for something. Spell also advises you to look at self-delusion. You may well find that you wake up from a dream or illusion when this card is in a reading. See life as it presents itself. And remember, too, that when you follow the ways of the wise, you will always be shown the truth. Expect it to be revealed. And the high note is, a wish shall be granted. One thing that I'm getting from this card, though, is like, especially with the truth will be revealed and just like seeing life as is, like, I really get the strong feeling that you guys really been intuitively guided to forgive someone, to like go inside yourself, and you might have been like really resisting that. And that could be like a sense of delusion or like an illusion in yourself. To feel like you can't find it in your heart to forgive this person or to find forgiveness in your heart is truly a delusion. It's there. You can find it. You just don't want to. And that's what this card is here to tell you. But just remember that, it's still, if you still going to be able to manifest whatever it is that you want. Like if you truly don't want to have forgiveness, you're still going to get what it is that you want. You're still in that time where you can manifest something, but you just need to know the truth. You have to know the truth. Now we're going to read the sword card. Sword indicates the need to stretch yourself and your ideas beyond the realms of your hopes and fears. Bro, come on. Letting sword cut through the veils that divide your perceptions will bring forth great truths about the path you should now consider taking. You can choose to cut through confusion with the sword of silence, for example, or cut through frustration with the sword of patience and see what happens. Be aware of how you use your tongue in communications with others. And that was the very first message with the Page of Swords. And guard against gossip or intrigue. Hold your own truth and be honest. Always aspire to your greatest good. Yeah, like I said, I really feel like you guys are being urged to forgive someone. So find it in your heart. And it's like it says, it doesn't mean telling this person what you did is okay, but it's just like releasing that hold that it has on your energy. Being able to just not let it embitter your heart. And I was going to say bitter and not to be bitter before, but I had to I let it slide. But then I remembered that Branwen talked about not letting your heart become bitter, like that's part of your message. Where was it? Let me reread that part too. Wisdom. Oh, bruh. And that's funny because we have the owl here and a couple cards talk about your wisdom, especially the Hierophant. I forgot all about that. Wisdom can be gained through periods of intense discomfort. Do not allow these moments to embitter your heart. Don't allow what happened into your life and the discomfort that it caused to cause you to be bitter and to harden your heart against the energy of forgiveness, of seeking peace. Things are about to start manifesting into your life, and for it to be for your highest good, you have to become one with Source. You have to become one with the energy of compassion, of acceptance, and of love. If you really want the highest for you, this is the path that you need to take to allow. This is the path that you need to take to allow your highest manifestations to come through. If you've been feeling stuck, not knowing how to manifest a new lover or how to manifest something into your life, there's something or someone that you got to really forgive, let go of, forgive yourself for, forgive the other person for, and move on. Especially if you guys want love in your life. Being bitter is not the way. One more. Ooh, they're all about to fall out, huh? Okay. Ace of Wands at the bottom. You guys got the Four of Pentacles, the Emperor, and the King of Cups. And at the bottom is the Ace of Wands. With these three cards together, the Four of Pentacles, Emperor, and the King of Cups, this is all about establishing order in your life, being mature, and bringing your emotions and everything to heal. The Emperor doesn't abide by illusions. He doesn't abide behind chaos about whatever it is that you're refusing to let go of. The Emperor comes in and demands that you relinquish it. I'm hearing. Relinquish that pain. Relinquish whatever it is that you're keeping close, keeping guarded. Let it go. Give it up. Because it's time for you to be a little bit more mature. I'm hearing grow up. It's time for you to grow up. Time for you to realize that what happened has happened, and it's time to find forgiveness, to communicate with the person that caused you pain, or to communicate more and closely with yourself and your higher self and your spirit, to find a way to find forgiveness and to move past this situation and to bring in a new period, a new energy into your life, because new energy is just waiting to come in. You just gotta clear the way with the sword. You gotta clear the way. Watch your communication patterns. Watch how you speak to this person. Watch how you speak to people in general. Make sure that you're always speaking out of a place of love and not out of an embittered heart, because that's just not going to let things happen for you the way that it should. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pull a final message for you guys. I'm hearing just one. Don't use tarot. Use this. Just one card. What is it that you want to say? here we have energy medicine, sensuality, devotion, celestial fertility, and deep rest. Okay. Oops. Dang, my cards are just falling all over the place. I don't know what's going on with me tonight. I'm going to read this energy medicine card. Energy medicine is often used to describe healing actions of light-based energy, the direction flow of Kundalini, and the interaction of living light energy with the human body. All forms of energy medicine, including homeopathic, Reiki, Tantra, and yoga, fall under methods of spiritual and energetic practice. Unbound by time and space, energy medicine can address any issues from any time in your life that requires balanced intervention. A transitive sound bath of song that resonates with your current state of being integrates Unbound by why am I having a hard time reading? Jesus Christ. Come on, Keenan. Can address any issue from any time in your life that requires balanced intervention. A transitive sound bath of song that resonates with your current state of being integrates any energetic practices that you choose to implement on your mind, body, and soul. The golden ascension goddess, Master Parvati, I know her, asks that you relax and fall into your creative and sensual self, which was born from the sacred fire. Deep rest can be found when you surrender your energy to mountainous places, the birthplace of Parvati. What's funny is, since this also mentioned mountainous places, Branwen also is also associated with a mountain in Ireland as well. That looks like, they made sure they mention this, that looks like a nipple from afar. So it's funny that mountains came up here as well. That's very much in line with Branwen's energy. Her divine energy medicine can adjust any imperfect vibrations surrounding sensuality, your home life, and feminine imbalance combined with your conscious action. Parvati's divine strength and power is clearly demonstrated as her golden resonance flows between all connections of life and balanced power. This divine manifestation of the divine feminine brings fertile energy that will nurture any seeds you have planted, again with the spell card and a wish coming true. Celestial sounds combined with divine devotion will produce fertile gardens for you to plant seeds for any outcome your heart desires. Boom. Give them time to grow with positive energy medicine. You are a living being of divine expression. Radiate your magnificence. The crystal here is creedite, and the affirmation is, I share my sacred self with divine love. I resonate in harmony. Soul Power 2. That's your reading. That's your message from the goddess Branwen. I hope it resonated with you guys. And if this message resonated, then please leave a like or a comment. And please feel free to donate and support my channel with the links that are in the description box by donating a deck, booking a reading, or donating money. Thank you so much for everything, and be blessed, Pal 2. Boy, oh boy, it's good to know ya. Is it worth it? Let me work it. Put my thing down, flip it in reverse. Sure from the night net. All right. If you guys chose Pile 4, Pile 3, the girl, then this is for you. Pile 3, before we get into your reading, I just want to give thanks. Thank you guys for watching and supporting. If you are someone that subscribed to my channel, thank you so much for the continued support and the love that you guys always show me. If you're not subscribed to my channel, thank you for watching. Hopefully by the end of this video, you do end up subscribing and supporting my channel in any way that you can. So thank you for being here. And now that the thank yous are out of the way, let's get into your message. So for every pile, I have a message from a love goddess. And the goddess that you got, pile 3, is Hathor. Hathor is actually an energy that comes to me very, very often. I'm familiar with her. I really think that she's a very high and powerful love goddess. I think she's probably one of the highest of the love goddesses that there is. I just felt guided to say that. I feel that from her energy. She feels very divine and very sacred. I don't know much about Hathor. I know she's one of the most ancient of Egyptian gods and goddesses, so she's been around for quite a long time. But she's more of a mystery. Yeah, she's more of a mystery than like all the other goddess. She's often conflated with Isis. She's often conflated with Isis, which is a big honor in and of itself, because Isis is like a huge deal in Egyptian religion mythology. So just know that Hathor is very ancient and a very powerful goddess, and is a goddess that is a patron of mine. She comes to me often. I feel her energy. I think about her at the most random times, and her energy actually came to me again recently. So this was right on point and right on par. So for each of the piles, I channeled the message. And this is this is the message that I got. So step into the light, beings most sacred. Honor your spirit and honor your light. I come to nurture and to nurse your wounded heart. You may believe love eludes you, but you are wrong. You are on a journey most sacred to your true union. Allow confidence to resurge into your core. Care for your solar plexus. Know that union is meant for you if you so choose it. Care for your children, care for your child, care for the childlike part of you as well. Nurture old wounds and see how radiant your heart truly is. I will guide you on this journey. Get to know me and I will guide you. So yeah, if some of you guys aren't really familiar with Hathor, I suggest you guys do some research. I've done research on her. I've come to learn a great deal about her. She's conflated with Isis. A lot of people really believe that she is also Sekhmet when she's calm when after she was calmed. So that's a very strong and pervasive belief as well. She carries you guys can do your research, because she invited you to research and not for me to be an info dump. So I'll leave that there, and we're going to get into your cards. So the first set that I pulled was just life advice on what she wanted to tell you guys. The cards that you're going to see in front of you, or if I put them there, I don't know if I'm going to though. But the second pile is all about your love life. And then the final pile is a message that she wants to give. So for you guys, the message for your life right now, the life advice that she wants to give is you can make it through. Your higher self is always guiding you. What wisdom does your higher self have for you? This is also the number 15. And the other one is the how is in the now. What has your intuition been trying to tell you? And then the final card is light activation, evolution of spirit, actioning of plans, and transcendence. So this is a very clear message that Hathor is given. And like I said, she is a very high energy goddess. And this is a very sacred message. And this is all about listening to your intuition right now. Allow your intuition to guide you and trust it completely. I really feel like some of you guys that picked this might have Hathor on your spirit team. I feel like I'm talking to myself with that one. You might have Hathor on your spirit team. And if you don't know her energy, you really should get to know her, because she is one of a big and ancient guide in your life. What's funny is that, I see, I don't know how big are cow horns, but in this light deck, I think there's like buffaloes here or something like that. And I think buffaloes are just male cows or something. I don't know why I felt guided to say that, or why I just see them near. These could also be yaks, but I don't think so. there's something here about like Hathor energy really pervading here. A lot of these cards are like very sacred light cards. Um, Very sacred light cards. Hathor is also the wife of Horus, the god of the sky. Um, there's something here about like really listening to your intuition. You're being called higher, and if you have like certain plans that's like really inside of you but you're troubling to act on, or you're feeling hesitant to act on, here's the confirmation that you do need to act on them. Really sit with yourself, meditate, and guide, and allow yourself to be guided. I'm really feeling drawn to read all three of these cards, and I I really don't want to, but I'm gonna be attentive to my guidance and I'm gonna read them. So the first card I'm gonna read is the light activation. Just know that this book, these cards can be a little wordy, and they use a lot of like high vibrational like words and phrases and a lot of stuff that if you're not very knowledgeable on, don't worry. Just like really just try to like take the energy of what's being said to you. When a body lights up in an attunement or activation, it triggers a beacon for the soul to communicate with the physical body. Overseen by ancient Tibetan master Dwaj Djwal Khul, activations can bring deep healing and transcendence. Regardless of physical sensation, these activations occur on an energetic and emotional level. Activations, which can be physical or spiritual in nature, amplify your personal connections with the world and the energy around you, essential for the evolution of human consciousness, activating energy centers, intuition, healing abilities. Life force or kundalini can happen gently or abruptly given your chosen personal path. Awakening dormant DNA and hidden memories. Activations are dominantly positive experiences that encourage your mind to connect more closely to your soul and spirit. Transmissions, awakenings, and spiritual prophecy will occur now, which is true. So have a pen and paper ready. Ascension Master Dwaj Khul asks you to be clear with your intentions as conflicts will be triggered by stress. Choose to let go of fear and let your soul guide you on a journey of self discovery. Your soul is in a constant state of learning, so learning a new skill and planning future education, wow, okay, are favorable now. Be realistic in your approach, otherwise, you will set yourself up to fail, repeating self sabotaging behaviors. Being stubborn will only keep you stuck in place that your soul doesn't want to be in. Your soul is seeking new challenges. Let yourself be free. The sacred crystal is charite. The affirmation, I activate and awaken my soul's divine intelligence. That just smacked me in my face, bro. Because I've been thinking about going back to, well, I've been planning on going back to school. Not just thinking about it, I'm actually going to do it. About going back to school for a science degree. And like I said, I've been trying to learn Spanish, but I've really been slacking on my lessons there. So this is just a gentle nudge back in that direction to get back into it, to expand my mind. And this is for you guys as well. What is it that you've been feeling intuitively guided to do? And do it. Now's the time to act, not to just like, not to just like sit down and just like think about it, but to like actually put those plans into actions. And this is what the light activation cards talked about: actioning of plans. Put the things that your intuition has been trying to tell you into motion. I really feel like I was supposed to read all three, but just this one card really done enough. I'm gonna read the how is in the now though, this card, which is what your intuition has been trying to tell you. So I'm gonna read that card. Number 30. The number one question that keeps us in the holding pattern is how. How do I get to where I want to be? How do I know what path to take? How will it unfold? We want to know how things will work out before we take the leap. We overthink and worry about the unknown, which keeps us stuck. You pulled this card because you've been stuck in the need to know trap. Okay. All right. The need to know trap. Wanting to know how and when something will happen, which is obscuring the clarity you seek. The how is in the now, meaning each step you take will reveal more of the path to you. When you take a step forward, the universe can support you. The universe does not respond to questions, but rather to action. What guided action can you take right now? Instead of asking how, change your focus and ask, what can I do right now? Then listen intently for the direction. You may get an inkling through your inner knowing. Whether you refer to it as a gut reaction, instinct, foresight, or a certain knowingness, everyone has the gift of intuition. You're being called to pay close attention to the messages you've been receiving and learn how to work with this inner awareness. You'll know when you are being guided because you'll feel a presence of love and comfort. You will know what path is best for you by the way it feels energetically. Does it feel expansive, light, and joyful? Trust that. Your divine assignment is just like radio waves. Love and guidance and new information from your higher self is constantly being broadcasted to you. It's just a matter of learning how to tune into it. Intuition is your inner compass. Trust yourself and you will be free. By trusting and honoring your intuition, you will step into more clarity, confidence, and joy. What is my intuition has been trying to tell me? Bro, this reading is kicking my butt, but it's really answering a lot of questions that I've been having on what's next and what to do and how to do it. The answer is to just do it. And then everything will come to you through the way. If you guys don't get into journaling, now's the time like to really be quiet, sit with yourself, and like really just write and journal and open yourselves up to the energy, to the guidance of your intuition. For some of you guys who are like very, 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 very spiritual, very well knowledgeable in that realm, you could also have the gift of prophecy. So really sit down and really just write down anything that seems like odd to you. One of the biggest things is like I've been prophesying about this upcoming world war for quite a while now. And I really feel the need to scream it from the rooftops because, like I said, when it happens, you guys are going to have to call me Prophet Hawkins. But yeah, you're getting such deep insight right now, Pile 3. And you guys really need to listen to your intuition. Trust it no matter what. No matter how banal or how mundane it may seem or how weird. Trust it and follow it. So this pile is going to be done a little bit differently from the other piles. Hathor specifically requested that I use my Oracle of the Radiant Sun to clarify her messages. She does not like any of the tarot decks that I own. The tarot deck that she wanted me to use, I do not have. And, that's my sign that I just need to get it. It's on my Amazon wish list. It's my Tarot de Luz, the Tarot of Light. It's a very pink, very soft deck, and that's the deck that she wanted, but I don't have. So I will be clarifying you guys this message with Oracle of the Radiant Sun. And I'm hearing I need to pull 2 for the first message. Fulfillment with Saturn and Sagittarius. And organization with Mercury and Capricorn. There's something here about really making sure that you guys like really listen to your communication. Like this is something that's really going to be built that you've been like receiving for quite a while now. I'm really just feeling that from Mercury and Capricorn to something that you've been receiving for quite a while now about how to get your life in order, about how to really like move on to the path of your fulfillment. If you guys been wanting to travel this year or to travel at all, really make sure that you start getting things into place. I'm hearing like, get a passport, and get a suitcase if you guys don't own any suitcases or luggages or anything like that. Really start getting things organized and into place for the things that your intuition has been telling you. Especially if you guys get a lot of readings and you've been receiving predictions. Really prepare for those things to come into play because they're going to be birthed into your life. You're going to get an abundant life. Like I'm hearing an abundant life, and I really didn't mean to say that, but it came out that way. But you're going to get an abundance of information, and there's something inside of you that's just waiting to be expressed and waiting to come out. So really listen to your intuition. organize your life together and make sure that when you communicate and you speak to other people, that you really make sure that you have everything in order, that you think before you speak, and that you listen to your intuition. Because you guys are destined for something to be fulfilled, for great success, whether it's like overseas or even just through travel. And I'm really strongly feeling travel. So keep your guys' wits about you. And I'll end the life message there. And now we're going to get into your love message. So for love, Hathor gave you balance and unity, which came out first, and loving yourself. And the card of inspiration. Oops. And a card of inspiration. Inspiration says, there's a voice of inspiration within me. Right now it's only a whisper, but the more I listen, the louder it would get. Soon it will be a flawless speech voiced by James Earl Jones through a megaphone with lots of applause. And again, this is all about following your intuition. I'm really feeling like you guys, like she said here, you guys really just been feeling like that love isn't for you, that, there is no lover out there for you guys, or that, or that, you guys are just unlucky and you probably won't get your lover. That's a lie. That's a lie. One of the biggest things that I'm really seeing here with you guys between balancing unity and loving yourself and the inspiration is that you guys probably been receiving guidance on what you can do to love yourself more. I know for me, Ben was supposed to get a haircut. Ben was supposed to go out more, maybe like splurge a little bit on buying new clothes and things of that nature to restore balance into my life. But I haven't been doing it. So what is it that you guys have been feeling inspired to do to show more love to yourself? And how can you do it? Because if you do so, it will bring balance into your life and unity. The balance and unity is the 21 card, but in this deck, the higher the number, the difference the more that it talks about. And with the 21 cards, I think from 21 on up is all about a relationship. So in order to have like balance and love in your relationship, you must first love yourself, which is because the first 1 to 10 cards is about being single. And this is about loving yourself. In order to like have a better balance and unity in your love life, to really bring in the things that you need in terms of like your love life and in that area of your life, you need to start with loving yourself and loving yourself in many different ways. What have your intuition been telling you about how to love yourself and to give to yourself in a better way? And what have you been ignoring and what have you actually done? The actioning of these plans. That's what's really being spoken here. What have you done? You've been being filled with so much guidance. How much of it have you actually followed? How much of it have you actually listened to? Because if you want to know the how is by listening to your intuition and doing what you've been guided to do. Because Hathor has been assisting you, Hathor has been guiding you. Get to know her energy and get to know her to deepen and strengthen that connection. Because she is a very high level energy and she will guide you. So let's get some cards on the love life. This reading is kicking my butt. I'm sorry, y'all. It's this one. Bluff. Jupiter and Gemini. Okay. Mars and Pisces with escape. And then we have Mercury and Gemini with excitement. One more from the top. Health with Sun and Virgo. So we got bluff, escape, health, and excitement at the bottom. And to me, this is very clear. This is about going forward with your eyes wide shut. Like, what is it that you just been felt intuitively guided to do? What is it that's been placed inside your hand and has been divinely guided for you? The thing about the bluff card is a lot about just like jumping into something and just like doing it even though you might not have the know-how. Every time I see the bluff card, I hear fake it till you make it. But this is very reminiscent of like that light activate. I mean the how card. Jump into it. do these things without knowing exactly how or why they'll work, and it will lead you to a brand new place towards escaping your current life circumstances or escaping whatever it is that you might feel trapped in. For some of you, it's feeling unworthy in love, not really feeling like you're lovable. You're on a sacred journey right now, and you really need to like follow your guidance and listen to the things that's being asked of you. And a lot of that stuff has to do with taking care of yourself, loving yourself, working out, or just eating better, getting out more, Keenan. Get out the house. Don't sit there and just eat junk food and cheesesteaks all day. You know, if you be sitting down a lot, then go work out, go for walks, do things of that nature. Really take care of your health and your looks. And if you really been feeling that way about like love and being unlovable and people not really looking your way or not really giving you the attention that you would like, then make a change. Listen to the inspiration that's been coming to you for quite a while now about how you can change your life around, about what you can do, about what actions that you can take to make yourself more, to love yourself more and to attract the energy and the people that you want to attract. It's how to live your love life with excitement. How to communicate with excitement, how to like really, because this is like Mercury, Gemini in his home and Mercury there as well. How to be more of yourself, the truest form of yourself. Yeah. What you can do to really be true to yourself. How can you take care of yourself so that yourself can feel more comfortable being expressed? Ooh, that was strong. That smacked me. I receive it. So here we have at the end just general advice, like, or a message that Hathor wants to give. And we have the fates and a new life. And this is very, very simple. You have been reborn, you have been remade, and you are in a brand new cycle of your life. This is something that's been meant for you. And in order for you to not repeat past patterns in your life, you have to heal the past, move from it, and build new cycles and build new hobbies, new habits, and new thought processes around your life. If you've been struggling with like stepping into a new cycle in your life, if you are like one of my regulars and you've been keeping up with the curriculum and you stepped into a new cycle of energy, just know that was meant for you to happen. You are moving in divine alignment with your fate, with destiny, and what is truly planned for you. You are in alignment. But only thing that's missing is if you've been wondering, if you've been wondering and feeling doubtful and been feeling a little lost, just know that the only thing that's missing is for you to just follow through on some guidance on a lot of things that's been coming to you. Each and every day you're intuitively guided by fate, by the divine, by higher forces, by Hathor herself. And if you want to really explore and get the most out of your new life, out of this new cycle of energy you're in, then follow your intuition because it's leading the way and it's on point right now. Decision. What was I saying? This is Mars and Gemini. So many Gemini cards came out. 333 is showing up as well. 333 is also the number of the divine, of unity, of harmony. Oh, I love that. And I think 333 is also the sign that you're also on the right path as well. And it's funny that I mentioned you being aligned to your path. You're on your right path. You just have to make more quick-witted decisions. Just make the decision to follow your intuition. When something comes up, act on it. And watch how your life changes very, very quickly. I'm hearing that very, very clearly. And here we have Mars and Leo with egotism. About really making sure that you express yourself. Like, egotism is usually not a good card to see, but here I'm really feeling like, it's okay to puff out your chest a little bit, to love yourself, to like really give yourself the love, the confidence, and the nurturance that you're not seeing in your life. If you've really been feeling like, other people don't really love you, and that's the message here, that other people don't love you, they don't see your worth, they don't see your value, that you probably don't have a twin flame in your life, just know that that's you lying to yourself. Step more into your energy. Step more into who you truly are, an authority figure, a spiritual authority figure, and make those steps to become more of an authority in your physical life as well. Because you can do it. You have everything inside of you. You have the proper guidance in order for you to like really step out and be a force in this world, to be a force in your life. You just gotta take the steps to do it. What is it that you haven't been doing? You've been missing out on beautifying yourself, on taking care of yourself, of following your guidance on certain things. No more hesitation. If you want to escape these cycles and to not have life repeat itself, not to have your life repeat itself, then you must act. To be wise, to act with discrimination in Jupiter and with Venus and Virgo. Act with discrimination. Be more wise, be more discerning, and really just learn to like really sit down and listen to what your guidance is telling you. I feel like to end this reading, I have to pull an oracle. She said 2 oracles, so I'll pull 2 oracles to end this reading. First one I'll pull is from my witch's oracle. So, Goddess Hathaway. Ooh. Awakening. This has been a very spiritually charged reading. And Chrome, the release. This has been a very spiritually charged reading. A very spiritually charged reading. And it's fitting because this is my pal. Very, very highly spiritual reading. But yeah, the bell card talks about a spiritual awakening. And I feel like the light activation card said the same thing about going higher in your spiritual path, about developing a stronger connection to the forces, to the nature, to the spirit, to life in and of itself. You are going higher, your connection is strengthening, your powers have grown. Your powers have grown. So now it's time for you to release those past thoughts, those past resentments, like those negative like views that you have of yourself. Some of you guys probably been real negative lately. This was my day. Just real negative thoughts, just like really coming in, trying to be intrusive, and me having to sleep them off. And now I'm doing this reading to help release them. Now it's the time for you guys to release past resentments, past pains, past and outdated thought patterns. Let it go, because you're in a brand new cycle. You're so much wiser, stronger, and you grew so much more than what you've ever known. Don't allow yourself to fall into the pit of negativity, to fall into the trap. Here is energy attachments, energy exchange, negative influence, and self-sabotage. Let that stuff go, because all that stuff that you're doing, that you're holding on to, is just negative energy. It's devil energy. Let it go, because you're going to be sabotaging yourself if you continue to hold on to the narrative that, no one really likes you, that, no one is like here for you, that, you don't really have a lover in this lifetime, no one really paying you any mind. Let it go. And take the actions that you've been guided to take to manifest and to bring in the people who are meant for you. And at the bottom of the deck, we have Cosmic Wave, new friendships, preparation, and custodians. I don't know what that means, but I really feel like there's people that is waiting for you to come in, because your vibration has really risen. For a lot of you guys, you went up a level. You leveled up in your spiritual practices and your spiritual connection and in your spiritual power. And just know that your frequency is being felt, is being seen by so many people. And a lot of people can't handle that frequency. That's why people are kind of just leaving you alone. No one really wants to get involved, because you are at such a high level, such a high frequency. And by getting out into the world more, by going out into the gym, by doing what we ask of beautifying yourself, keeping upkeep on your looks, and just going out and exploring the world, you're gonna have new people coming into your life and new people coming into your energy. So just allow it to come in. Release these old energy attachments, those old attachments to self-sabotaging beliefs, self-sabotaging habits, and allow newness to come into your life. Allow your life to be intuitively and divinely guided, because it's fated for you to have a beautiful and abundant life filled with a position of pride, of status, of really being someone not only in the spiritual world, but in the physical world as well. Follow your guidance, make quick decisions to listen to your intuition and to be discerning and discriminating in your everyday life, and you will quickly lead to fulfillment and escape the current situation and escape the past situations that you found yourself in. You've already made it through the wilderness. You've been through the toughest part, and the only thing that's left is for you to just follow the yellow brick road, follow the golden path to El Dorado for your abundance, for the life that you're meant to live. It's there, it's waiting for you. You just got to reach out and grab it. So Pile 3, if this reading resonated with you, please leave a like or a comment. Subscribe to my channel if you're not. If you guys want to support my channels, the links to do so are in the description box. If you guys want to gift me that tarot deck, the Tarot de Luz, you can you can check my Amazon wish list is there. If you guys want to book a reading with me, the links to do so are in the description as well. And if you guys want to donate money, that's in the description, like everything else. Thank you for your time and your divine and sacred energy, Pile 3. And please be blessed.